My name is Vic Sanchez, and I'm originally from South Florida. I spent over 20 years living in Germany, and now I'm back in the US in the state of New Hampshire. I have the Tiwal 3, and I've had it since the summer. So I would say around 6 months. I'm lucky that New Hampshire offers a lot with regards to where to sail. So I do a lot of sailing on lakes. There's many lakes, glacial lakes here in New Hampshire. I also sail in the Atlantic on the sea. I usually sail solo. I use it on my own, and I'm hoping that next year, where I start maybe in the spring, I'll be sailing with some friends that will join me. Right now, it's stored in my basement. I followed the maintenance or the recommendation from Tiwal, so it's slightly inflated, laid out downstairs, and I transport it in my car. I was impressed by how fast, how light, how incredibly maneuverable it is, and very responsive. And it sails very nice close to the wind, and it goes very fast. So it just blew my mind. I live near Geneva, Lac Léman. One of the most complicated bodies of water, I think, anywhere in the world to sail. That's where I learned to sail, because you have winds coming from every which directions, because you have all the different mountains around and you have passes and you have many different kinds of winds coming at any given direction. So it's an extremely challenging lake to learn. I had lasers and I sailed a couple other things, and I sort of got used to and learned to on a more rigid boat. So I knew the feel of a regular one design and got really used to that. So somehow in my brain, when I got on my Tiwal, and the first time I went sailing was here in New Hampshire, of course, and it was about 20, 25 knot winds. I like to sail very sporty. And I put the boat together. I noticed that, of course, on the wind you have to put together, but you guys had excellent videos. I followed his instructions on how to hold the sail. It was my first time in the whole thing, but I had already rehearsed at home, right? So I put the sail together, the whole thing on the lake. I drag it out to the water. Okay, so far, my mind, one design, rigid, regular, oh my God. The moment, and I forgot to say, I have the two sails, right? I have the 55 square foot sail, and I forget how many square foot sail the larger one is, 70 or whatever it is. So, of course, for higher winds, you should put the smaller sail. But no, of course not. That's not the way I work. I'm gonna put the bigger sail on a windy day, because why not? Oh my God. When the first gust of winds hit, I had to hold for my life. So the thing that surprised and impressed me, it's a much lighter boat. But again, my mind is saying heavy, more. So not only did this thing take off like a rocket ship on the water with 25 knot winds, 20, 25 knot winds on a lake. It was a lake, so the waters are relatively smooth. But the handling, oh my God, the handling was amazing. This thing just responded immediately. Now, keep in mind, this was my first time ever on the Tiwal, and I chose the roughest day. And it responded beautifully. And I tell everyone that. They said, this is not what you think in terms of a regular boat. It's even more fun. One of my very, very favorite things about the Tiwal is how incredibly flexible and portable it is. Normally, I would only be able to be satisfied if you're towing a boat, a one design, for example, that's towable, or you leave it on a lake, that's it. That's your only choice, right? With the Tiwal, I can go explore different lakes, different areas. Okay, now I want to go sailing on the sea, so I can take it to the sea. I don't need any special anything. I just put it in my car. I can pretty much go anywhere. So that is awesome. I would say my only complaint with the Tiwal, I do have a very serious complaint about the Tiwal, is I don't get to use it enough, right? I would say my best memory is, in fact, that first memory. It's very fond because it reminded me of another memory in Lake Geneva. So that's a very fond memory. But I would say there was another memory that was also equally wonderful. A very dear friend invited me to his home on Spofford Lake. Spofford Lake is a little bit west of where I live here in New Hampshire. Beautiful lake. He's a sailor himself. And he said, let me give it a try. Can I sail your boat? So I went ahead and said, and he's an expert sailor as well. I mean, this guy's very good. And I warned him. I said, Jim, you gotta be careful. This is not what you're used to. He sells Hobie cats as well. I tried to impart all my learnings. Despite that, he says, yeah, I get it. It's a sailboat. So he had a very similar experience than I had. He said, oh my God, this is amazing. So, and just to see him out there, and by the way, I've never seen anyone live sailing on a Tiwal. I can't see myself sailing. There's not a whole lot of Tiwals here. So it was very memorable on this beautiful New Hampshire lake, seeing my friend and seeing on my boat. So it's like, I guess that's what I look like. So that was very memorable. And in 6 months, unfortunately, I haven't yet, but I look forward to making many more wonderful memories with the Tiwal. I would love to take my Tiwal on Lake Geneva. You have a lot of winds and a lot of stuff going on. And I would love to take my Tiwal there.